This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has visited the headquarters of Abu Dhabi's renewable energy company, Masdar. The ruler of Dubai toured Masdar City, which hosts a number of international firms and R&D centres that focus on renewable energy, where he reviewed some of its major clean energy projects and initiatives. During the visit, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed highlighted the importance of innovation, clean technology and positive energy in promoting the sustainable development of the UAE, and said that the country, through initiatives such as Masdar, was demonstrating its capacity to lead the world in helping to secure a clean energy future. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority has stated that there is no legislation in the country that obstructs the economic movement or the work of local or international companies based in the UAE. This comes in response to inquiries that the TRA has received from companies or institutions about what has been published in the media recently regarding the use of virtual private networks or VPNs in the UAE. The TRA highlighted that there are no regulations which prevent the use of VPN technology by companies, institutions and banks to access their internal networks through the internet. However, business unions can be held accountable, like the use of any other technology, if it has been misused. Referring to the recently issued amendment on the Federal Law No. 5 of 2012, the TRA noted that the law is not new in its essence, and that the only changes were related to tightening the penalty or punishment for any violation. It stated that the actual violation mentioned in the law refers specifically to using a false IP address or a third-party address by any other means for the purpose of committing a crime or preventing its discovery, where the punishment is exclusively linked to the fraudulent act and the intent is to commit a crime or prevent its discovery. The Authority for Islamic Affairs has told travel agents to ensure Emiratis and expats pay the same to perform Hajj this year. Almost 5,000 pilgrims from the UAE will join millions of Muslims around the world in Saudi Arabia next month. Travel agencies offering Hajj packages have charged as much as 70,000 dirhams a person for expats. But according to local reports, the General Authority of Islamic Affairs and Endowments, also known as AUKAF, wants that cut to 35,000 dirhams for basic packages. The price includes visas, transport, food, vaccinations and lodgings throughout the trip, which takes up to 2 weeks. Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam that all able-bodied Muslims must perform at least once in their lives. Dr. Mohammed Al-Kabi, the AUKAF chairman, stated that every UAE pilgrim would pay the same to travel agents, also known as Hajj missions. The 142 Hajj missions are organising trips for 4,631 Emiratis and 351 expats this year. Dr. Al-Kabi added that travel agents would be monitored to ensure that they did not overcharge or breach the rules. The Dubai Foundation for Women and Children has stated that it helped 196 victims of domestic violence during the first half of the year. Spousal abuse by husbands topped the list with 162 cases, while the majority of victims suffered more than one type of abuse, including verbal and emotional, neglect, physical, financial and sexual. Almost 24% of domestic violence cases involved Emiratis. The majority of the cases reached the foundation through the helpline, SMS or emails, while others were referred by the police, courts, embassies, schools, relatives and also friends. The numbers are lower than the 231 cases which were received during the same period in 2015. Services provided by the foundation are free of charge, and the centre staff can be contacted through their helpline on 800 111. A total of 73 notices have been served to sports clubs located in the suburbs of Abu Dhabi. That's according to a statement released by the Abu Dhabi municipality. In addition, 19 tickets have been issued to the clubs, while 5 clubs have been referred to the courts. 74 items which the centres were selling without their applicable licences were also confiscated, according to officials, with the offences found during an inspection of sports clubs in Banias, Shamka and Al Mafraq areas. The municipality added that it would continue conducting systematic checks to ensure that sports clubs adhere to public health and hygiene stipulations. But officials added that during the campaign, the department also found that the number of offences had reduced at the clubs. And the Gulf Petrochemicals and Chemicals Association has highlighted the findings of a new study that finds the environmental cost of using plastics in consumer goods and packaging is nearly 4 times less than if plastics were replaced with alternative materials. The study by Trucost, a leading environmental research organisation, is based on natural capital accounting methods, which ensure and value environmental impacts, such as the consumption of water and emissions to air, land and water, which are not typically factored into traditional financial accounting. The organisation's latest study builds on earlier research by comparing the environmental costs of using plastics to alternative materials and also identifying opportunities to help lower the environmental costs of using plastics in consumer goods and packaging. The latest research has found that replacing plastics in consumer products and packaging with a mix of alternative materials that provide the same function would increase environmental costs from $139 billion to $533 billion annually. The study also concluded that the environmental costs of alternative materials can be lower per tonne of production, but are greater in aggregate due to the much larger quantities of material needed to fulfil the same purposes as plastics. In addition, the report's authors recommend steps to help further reduce plastics' overall environmental costs, such as by increasing the use of lower carbon electricity in plastics production, adopting lower emissions transport modes, developing even more efficient plastic packaging, and increasing recycling and energy conservation of post-use plastics to help curb ocean litter and conserve resources. The GCC currently produces 26.5 million tonnes of plastic every year. And looking to other news now, with augmented reality games such as Pokemon Go proving to be the hit of the summer. As a part of Dubai's summer surprises, City Centre Mahaysam and City Centre Al Shindaga are hosting a thrilling virtual reality game, which is a part of Masdar City's schedule of first-time experiences for its shoppers. Bridge of Surprises, which uses similar state-of-the-art technology, challenges players to cross a rope bridge stretched between 2 balloons flying over Dubai in virtual reality, while walking across an actual rope bridge in real life. In addition, Bridge of Surprises invites mall shoppers to immerse themselves in a simulated world to win instant prizes from participating stores. As the game progresses, players have to catch as many logos of participating stores in bubbles falling from the sky using the hand controller. Once the player manages to collect 50 logos within 90 seconds, they are rewarded with instant prizes from retailers. Bridge of Surprises has been created using an HTC Vive headset developed by HTC and Valve Corporation. The headset is designed to utilize room-scale technology to turn a room into a 3D space via sensors, with the virtual world allowing the user to navigate naturally with the ability to walk around and use motion-tracked handheld controllers to vividly manipulate objects, as well as interact and experience immersive environments. The experience is running until the 7th of August and is open on weekdays from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. and weekends from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.